Pandora's Matryoshkas, a rampant American in Moscow. Written by Ferdy S.G. Dumel. Narrated by Susan Ross and Jim D. Johnston. Table of Contents. Prologue. Chapter 1. These shoes were made for walking. Chapter 2. Happy families are alike. Chapter 3. Guilt versus shame. Chapter 4. Beyond sex and the city. Chapter 5. Bacon's blood. Chapter 6. The D word. Chapter 7. Mephisto of Manhattan. Chapter 8. At Sheremetyevo, 2. Chapter 9. Just a bit moody. Chapter 10. All you need is love. Chapter 11. Superior or sexy. Chapter 12. The Siberian Pharmacy. Chapter 13. A flurry of kisses. Chapter 14. That one appropriate gift. Chapter 15. Vixens appear. Chapter 16. Inside the Elisevsky. Chapter 17. A stranger in a strange place. Chapter 18. Sweet 16. Chapter 19. Nada, niente, nastya. Chapter 20. Osetra caviar and more. Chapter 21. The return of Mesere. Chapter 22. Mind your own. Chapter 23. The Russian connection. Chapter 24. The day after. Chapter 25. Olga the Untouchable. Chapter 26. East-West, Nord-Ost. Chapter 27. In the Shadow of the Kremlin. Chapter 28. I'm American. Chapter 29. Up Against a Wall. Chapter 30. A Song of a Preemptive Strike. Chapter 31. She's Gotta Have It. Chapter 32. Shades of Ultimate Darkness. Chapter 33. In a Flash. Chapter 34. What you see and what you get. Prologue. Everyone sees what you appear to be. Few experience what you really are. Niccolo Machiavelli. On this day 2 years ago, my innocence was stolen, she announced. It was late on a sweltering afternoon when she called our editorial offices. The moment I heard her smoky voice, I was hooked instantly. It became clear that her story was far more compelling than the obligatory article on traffic fatalities in New York City I'd been working on. She related what had happened to her mother, and I couldn't believe what she was saying. Despite serving on the editorial board of the newspaper for decades, I'd never heard anything like this before. She ratcheted up a notch when she started talking about her father. At first, she complained about what he had done, or actually what he hadn't done. But when she began to talk about their car and his journey overseas to an occult gathering, she seemed to me to be quite confused. She spoke of trickery and deceit, but I felt that she was hiding something, so I proposed meeting with her. Lisa looked exactly as I'd imagined her over the phone. Blonde hair, blue eyes, beautiful, straight teeth. She must have truly been an all-American girl, not overtly sexual, yet desirable. A bit of the Hamptons, and a splash of Ralph Lauren. The only thing that didn't fit was the worn-out stilettos she was wearing. When I switched on my recorder and asked her my first question, she got up, went outside to smoke. She ended up doing this every 2 or 3 questions. The interview took longer than usual, which didn't bother me in the least, especially when she began telling me about the sudden disappearance of her father. Since the gruesome murder of Sharon Tate nearly half a century earlier, I couldn't recall a more macabre family tragedy. Finally, I was gonna make the front page. After relating her story, she looked
Sample complete. Ready to continue?